Boys TV. I hope you're well. I'm well. Obviously, this is a preview. No, not preview, sorry. A reaction, even. Preview is already done to the Fury versus Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying? We are here. I went as late, but I was a bit late. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, we're just going to be talking about the Fury fight a little bit. Of course, what does this mean for the future? And yeah, man, if anyone wants to hop on, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, boxing gloves up there. It's the only boxing things I've got really, other than a thing, but it wouldn't be able to go up there. Yeah, we're here. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be talking about that fight. So, yeah, obviously, Fury won, knocked him out. Jeez, a sweet knockout, but we'll get into that. I do have football highlights on in the background, so I'll keep looking that way, and that's why. But for me, I had the rounds. I had it 2 to Wilder and 8 rounds to Fury. So going into the first round, I did think Wilder won that. I thought he looked more dangerous. Big up yourself, Adam. Rick Wilder. Yeah, trust me, it was peak for him. Big up yourself for coming on though. But yeah, like I thought he done more not damage, but I thought he was putting more pressure in the first round. But I think that's because Fury wanted to see how he was, because Wilder was trying to big up himself. Oh, I've changed. I've like all that. But the thing is, when you do that, you don't always change like that. You know what I'm trying to say? You good, G? Yeah, I'm all good, mate. How about yourself? But yeah, I thought he'd done well. He was doing the more punches, because also in boxing, it sometimes obviously comes down to who done more punches. And I feel in that round he done more punches, and he was getting some good shots. So I'm not going to lie. So I thought he had the first round. I think that's a fair opinion. Obviously, let me know what you lot think, but I think that's fair to say. You know what I'm saying? So apologies about this. I'm just trying to stand my phone. But yeah, that's how I had it that round. Second round, I thought Fury come back. He had a very good shot at the end of that round. Dazed Wilder a little bit. And then round 3, I thought Fury also won that. So there you go, 2-1. Especially with that knockdown. I think that's pretty obvious. He won that. And then round 4, a lot of Fury fans, of course, were on the ropes, even myself. Obviously, he put Wilder put him on the ground twice, or canvas, whatever you want to call it. You know, it was nervy times. But you have to big up Wilder, and that's the thing about him in that position. He's got that in him. Sorry, I was just checking if the sound was all good. He's got that in him where he can cause a madness. Do you know what I'm saying? He can really hurt you. And as my dad said, his best form of defense is attack. And he knew that's what he had to do in this fight. But obviously it didn't work out. But them two, knocked Fury down twice in that one round. So I think that's obvious that Wilder won that round. Now the 5th round, I thought Fury won it due to him getting more hits. And as I said, it's one of them things in boxing where certain rounds, if you get more hits, that will give you an advantage. You know what I'm saying? And I felt he had more hits, which led him to winning that. Now round 6, Fury hit some nice, clean face shots, and he had Wilder taking the knee. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, great shots by Fury. Fury 100% had the stamina compared to Wilder. I totally agree with that. Big up yourself for coming on. Don't forget to smash a like, people. Appreciate everyone that is on this. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, round 6, as I said, he had Wilder taking a knee. Do you know what I'm saying? Brilliant shots by Fury. But yeah, so that was that round. Now round 7, Fury made Wilder wobble, made him on the ropes. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up everyone on the stream right now. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more of these because you lot can have your say on time. And if you weren't on the stream yesterday, me and Lewis, when we do the Premier League predictions, or me and whoever, Champions League, not League One, sorry, League Cup, FA Cup, we're going to be doing them live. So you lot can also vote, or not vote, but have your say, and I'll be reading them out. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this video. I don't know how long it's going to be on for, but if anyone wants to come on, let me know, and I'll send you through the link. And you can say your thoughts, or you can just say your thoughts in the comments. You know what I'm saying? It's up to you lot. But yeah, so that was what round was I on? Round 7. Yeah, what he made Wilder wobble. Wilder was on the ropes, literally. So yeah, that's what I thought that round. Fury won that. Same with 7th and Fury. You know he's got that brilliant movement or brilliant dodging skills. He was doing that a lot in round 7. So yeah, for me, as I said, it was similar to round 6. He won that round. And then round 9, Fury with some great face shots again. Similar to round 6. And yeah, he was just on Wilder. Do you know what I'm saying? Pressure was on Wilder. Make sure you smash a like if you haven't already, people. Big up everyone that's on the stream, as I said. But yeah, round 9. And then round 10, Fury knocks Wilder down again. So in this fight, there was 5 knockdowns altogether. You know what I'm saying? But he knocks Wilder down. Wilder was wobbling. But at the end of the round, Wilder actually got him back. And yeah, literally got him back with like 4 seconds left, though. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Fury won that due to actually knocking him down and starting off better. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was that round. And then obviously we all know about round 11. That was such a clean knockout. That was exceptional. And it makes me laugh because Wilder says, oh, Fury hasn't got knockout power. The thing is, me and my dad discussed it the other day. Fury doesn't go for knockouts. But if he wanted to, he would. And he knew he had to, as my dad said in a preview, to this fight. So he done it. But yeah, brilliant knockout. But yeah, that was the end of the fight. So as I said, I had the rounds 8-2. Obviously, that didn't matter in the end due to Fury getting a knockout. But yeah, about Wilder, he's a sore loser, isn't he? Like didn't even show respect towards Fury. Fury showed respect towards him, even in the post-fight press conference. You know, when they talk after the ring as well. But Wilder was just disrespectful. Just walked away from the ring as soon as the fight was done. Said something to Fury actually before he went out the ring. He was like, "Oh, I don't respect you." Still being a dickhead, if we're being totally honest, with the glove thing, trying to say like looking at him beforehand or something. Just beyond stupid. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he didn't even turn up to the post-fight press conference. Obviously, both people do usually when you're in a boxing fight or you've had a boxing fight. Sorry, but yeah, he's just an idiot. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like he's a strong, hard-working, tough guy. Don't get me wrong, but show a sign of respect. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Fury could have easily not shown you respect and could have said, "Oh, you're crap. Yeah, I knocked you out on this." But Fury knows it is a tough fight, and Fury done what he had to do, and he's respecting you, and you're not respecting him back. Like, he's just a sore loser, as Fury said. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so obviously that I found out White doesn't automatically fight a winner. He's got to fight Otto Wallin. Now, I don't know too much about Otto Wallin. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. But yeah, I don't know too much about him. But yeah, I think White will win that. I'm not going to lie. I think White's explosive power and heart, because he has got good heart, will get him through that. So that means he'll fight Fury. And obviously, it looks like the winner of Joshua and Usyk, because they have to rematch, will fight Usyk. I assume Fury beats White. I think Fury's just too good for him. Like, White's a good boxer, don't get me wrong, but I think there's levels. I think Fury's levels above everyone in the heavyweight division right now. If you disagree, let me know, but that's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Joshua Usyk, I'll predict that nearer the time, but whoever Fury fights out of them two, I think he's won that, and his aim is just get all them belts back. Obviously, he said he's going to have a break at the moment. Fair enough. He's been training all year. Also, people seem to forget that. Like, and another thing for that is when they're saying, "Oh, he wasn't training. He wasn't training." What about Wilder? Like, they both were training. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I assume Fury wins. You know what I mean? And then obviously that means Fury is the Don, but we all know that. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but it goes back to the question what me and my dad were saying the other day. Fury is the best in this heavyweight era. He's even come out and said it himself. Like, he has to be. He's unbeaten. Like we said the other day, he's beaten everyone in front of him. Everyone else is lost. You know what I'm saying? You can't really talk about Usyk too much. Like, he's a good, skillful boxer, but he's only just pretty much came in the heavyweight division. Do you know what I'm saying? He's beat what? Like, I'll give you a few reasons right now. Like, if you disagree, then you disagree because it's just obvious. So let's start off with he's unbeaten. We all know about that. Never lost. As I said, everything that's been thrown in front of him, dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Another reason is the Wilder thing. He had to fight him 3 times. Bearing in mind, the first time was after 2 years out of the ring due to, obviously, the mental health stuff and that, the depression, you know, all of that. In America as well, so in Wilder's backyard, you know what I'm saying? And he done it every single other time, and he got knocked down twice. People were saying he was out cold. For me, he wasn't, but he got Wilder got good hits on him. Obviously, we know that's what Wilder's good at, and Fury came back from it. He came back from it. Do you know what I'm saying? And he got a draw. He got a draw. He was putting pressure on him at the end of the fight as well. Like me and my dad said the other day of that fight. Second fight, rematch, because obviously it's a draw. Fair enough. Obviously, that's what's going to happen. Fury slaps him up, mate. Slaps him up in America again. Simply dominates him. Wins every single round, in my opinion. But he battered him. He battered him, mate. Wilder looked bang average that second fight they had. And then the fight last night. Obviously, we knew it'd be tougher like the first fight. But Fury done what he had to do, which was knock him out. He had to. He had to knock him out. I do think if it was going on points, he would have won. Like, not even because of my prediction. Like, obviously watching the fight, it looked like he just had too much for him. And as I said, I had it 8-2 rounds. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I think that was pretty simple that he won that. Would have won that on the points. He done what he had to do. At the end of the day, Wilder's a tough guy. I said that. He done well. He did do well. Like, I knew it'd be tough for Fury. But Fury done what he had to do, and he's just showing why he's the best heavyweight right now, best in this era. Like, you can see it on the title. It's just facts, mate. It's facts. Like, I've just give you 3 reasons there, and all of the fights were in America. Fury ain't had the chance to fight Wilder in the UK. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think there's levels to British fighters / European fighters and American fighters, because every time British fighters go to America, we win. Like, I know these aren't boxers, but look at KSI Logan Paul. KSI beat him in America. Look at Fury Wilder. Fury done it twice. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, no, there's levels to this. Do you know what I'm saying? And they love to make excuses. I know, as I said, I know Logan Paul's not a boxer, but it was a boxing fight they had. Do you know what I'm saying? And even he was like, I sneezed 3 times before. Well, what's Wilder's next excuse going to be? Oh, my glasses were too heavy or something. I don't understand this guy. Like, excuses, mate. He ain't got none. He can't make any now. Simple, like, he can't make any now. You've got battered. The second fight. Your guy even looked at his gloves. Do you know what I'm saying? They get checked before he even goes in the ring. So that's just stupid, mate. It's just honestly stupid. He's got no excuses to make now. He's dropped down the pecking order. I do think he would beat Joshua. I'm not even saying that because I don't really like Joshua. It's just true. Well, if he fights out how he did against Fury, he'll definitely beat Joshua. Joshua can't defend, or I know Wilder can't, but that pressure Wilder puts, well, like that, his attack, that will do Joshua. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, especially if Joshua fights how he did against Usyk. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I think that's everything I wanted to say. I did want to do this for a bit longer, but if anyone, you know what I'm going to do, if anyone wants to come on or say their thought, well, you could have said your thoughts anyway, but if anyone wants to say anything they want to say right now, feel free. If you want to come on, feel free to come on, and I'll send you through the link. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if anyone wants to join, let me know. Hopefully this will do it. There we go. It's there. I'm just going to try and pin it. Not me. When it comes through for me. Why is it not coming through? Give me a sec, people. Can you lot see the link? Let me know that, because I can't see it on here. What is going on here? I'm going to try it a different way. Give me a sec, people. Bear with me. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Tell you what I'm going to do then. Give me a second. Bear with me, people. Right, here we go. This should work in a second. Big up everyone on the stream, as I said. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. And yeah, we're going to be letting people on. If you want to have your say, but you don't want to actually come on, feel free to put what you want in the comments. Yeah, I'm trying to put the link up in the chat. I'm just trying to sort it all out now. Hopefully this will work. Right, there you go. You can see that now, can't you? Hopefully you can see that. Oh, I can't even see it on here. What is going on? Unless I can pin it. No, this is weird. Let me try. No, I can't even do it, mate. People, I don't know what's going on here. Literally trying to put the link in, and it's just not working. Not letting me pin it or anything. We will sort this out. Don't you worry about that. I know a few if you want to come on and have your say. Right, let me try it now. What is going on? This is quite annoying, to be honest. Like, what is going on here? Why can you lot not see it? I mean, I could put it on screen, look, like that, but it's better to have a link. Do you know what I mean? You can't. It just doesn't work. Unless actually, let me try something. Might try and put it. I'm going to try and put it in the description. I'll try and put a link in the description of this video or stream, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, while we try to sort that out, just go back on because I can't actually see the chat right now. Bear with me, people. Oh, there you go, I'm back. Just sorted it out, people. Hopefully it works this time. It's in the description now. You might have to come off it and come back on it. But the link is in the description. I'm gonna see if it actually is for myself. I'm gonna go off it and go back on it. You lot might have to do this. Yeah, you lot will have to do the same. Yeah, there you go. Link is in there now. Link is in description. I'm gonna pin that actually. And Niall was here. Give me a second. Let me just put my headphones in. Otherwise, I will not be able to hear you. Where have my headphones gone? Actually. Oh, people, it's looking mad right now. Bear with me. Cool. Where my good headphones have gone, but you know. Right, there you go. Oh, cool. Nothing's going right, is it? Cool. Hopefully these headphones are. You alright?
Yeah, you mate.
Yeah, I'm all good. Can you hear me all right? Yeah.
Yeah, can hear you all good, mate.
Good. But yeah, what did you have to make of the fight then?
I thought Fury played it tactically, you know. I thought first couple rounds he was like, I'll just stand here, let him have a few shots, let him wear himself out. Sort of, he would put his body on him quite a bit, wouldn't he? Where he was like making him tire himself out and all that. And then sort of as the rounds got in, Fury started to connect a few more punches. I thought those 2 knockdowns woke him up a bit. Because I must admit, I thought just before those knockdowns, I was like, he's looking a bit, not on it. But then though, after he was knocked down, I thought, he's actually coming out. He's firing.
Yeah.
And then just towards it, he just had more stamina. He just literally, and you can tell who's trained for the match and who's trained to try and knock someone out.
Yeah.
I thought Wilder had trained to knock out Fury because there's no getting away from the fact that in the second fight, Wilder was humiliated, absolutely humiliated by Fury.
Yeah.
So I think he's trained personally try and knock him out. Yeah, knocking out Fury, good idea. Yeah, I try it, I suppose. You're just not going to do it, but you can try it. But by doing that, I just don't think I think he went in for the killer punches, and he just missed far too many of them. You could see him going in for them. At least 9 of them were missing, and it was just wearing him out. And Fury could see this because Fury was like, "Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'll just let you wear yourself out." Come, I think 7th round, Wilder was a mess, an absolute mess, and then Fury just, ups his game to a different level, saved his energy, and then Wilder ended up on the floor twice.
Yeah. Well, as I said, the thing about Wilder is his best form of attack. Best form of defense. Sorry, is attack.
Yeah.
Because he literally can't defend. You know what I mean? So
he had his. He was barely defending himself, like barely. I mean, his hands were down by his flaming sides by most of it. It was like, mate, you do realize Fury is literally punching you in the face right now. Like, you defend yourself, block it. No, I'm not a boxer, and I very rarely watch boxing. I watch the big fights, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
Even I know you got to put your hands up to your face if someone's punching you.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Fury's punches aren't tickling you. Like, block them. He just didn't do any of it, and at that point, you could tell that he was mentally as well as physically just fatigued.
Yeah,
it was obviously all the pre-match, and Fury, I don't know if he got under his skin, but he certainly acted well. Wilder certainly acted like he didn't, but I reckon he did. And that I think it all started with the ring walks because obviously Wilder refused to come out on time. He was like, no, you wait for me. I'll walk out when I want to walk out.
Yeah.
And it was at that point.
It was so peak. I woke up at 5 to 4, just for them to long it out. They said they were going to come out at 4, half 4. Or half 4. Yeah.
Luckily, I was I wasn't planning on going to bed till 6, so I had plenty of time.
Yeah.
But now he was like, they wait for me. I'll walk out when I want. It was like, okay, yeah, that's just going to irritate Fury, but we crack on. And then Fury for his walkout, I don't think it was going to be that long. I think Fury was going to walk to the ring quicker, but the fact that he had been kept waiting by Wilder meant Fury just Fury did Fury. He just took his time, lapped up the crowd. I think he stopped halfway through his walk as well. It was just like, I'll just stand here for a bit. It was and those were the mind games I don't think Wilder was ready for. And I don't know. Wilder for me is just
he's went down the pecking order now, hasn't he? 100%.
100%. I mean, you've got
for me. He went down even when he got battered to Fury the second time.
Well, yeah. I don't even know why they had a rematch, to be honest, because that battering just was. It's
just like contract thing, isn't it? Unfortunately, these headphones are terrible. They keep falling out my ears. I can't seem to find any good ones. I don't know where my good ones have gone. Just like magically disappeared. I swear.
Normally, that normally happens when you live. I just keep mine next to me. Mine are literally because they're so big.
With me,
rest them on my radio.
I've got so many. These ones are terrible.
Yeah, no, I hear that. I just got massive, great big gaming ones.
Yeah, might have to use these beautiful ones.
Oh yeah, the
But
local
yeah,
ones.
give me a sec. You can just say whatever you like. Want just I'll be back. Just go take them out. It's a
Yeah, that's
nightmare with
fair.
these.
Absolute nightmare.
Right, touch wood. These don't fall out. But
Yeah, no.
yeah, what was
For
you
me,
saying? Sorry.
it's white now, isn't it? Well, as long as he wins his match, he's
Yeah.
probably next to have a shot at Fury. I mean, it was going to be AJ, but someone lost his belts to Usyk. So if AJ wants to fight Fury, he's going to have to go get his belts back.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think Usyk's very good. Like I said that before, he's very skillful.
Yeah.
But AJ's meant to be the man, and he looked like
Well, AJ tried
garbage.
to box him, and AJ's not a boxer. AJ's a full-blown puncher, isn't he? He's not a boxer. Like AJ ain't gonna out-tactic a boxer.
He was brought up into it.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So
unlike
essentially,
Fury, where Fury actually has a family background and etc.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like for me, AJ just needs to go into matches and try and punch his way through it because that's just the way he does it. I don't know what the hell he was planning on trying to do with Usyk, but it was not working. Do you reckon that he's lost Usyk on purpose so he doesn't have to fight Fury for a while?
No, I just think he generally didn't know what he was doing and he didn't know how to handle Usyk. That's what I think.
See, I think I think he's lost on purpose so he doesn't have to take on Fury for a little while, prolong it for as long as possible. Maybe
you really think that?
Maybe just for the next couple of years, whilst he's waiting for a fight, learn how to box. Because with Fury, if he comes out just trying to land punches, AJ's getting knocked out.
Yeah,
like
100%.
How anyone in their right mind thinks this is even remotely going to look like a boxing match? You are so wrong. It's going to be like this match.
I remember when all the AJ fanboys were trying to say, "Oh, Fury, he would smoke Fury and all that," and then ever since he's lost, they've been nowhere to be seen, mate. Oh yeah, glorious.
It is going to be a madness.
But yeah, Fury
is going to be mad.
What you got? Do you agree with me where you rate Fury like the best in this era? He's got to be, isn't he?
I mean, he beat Klitschko, didn't he? I know, obviously, AJ did as well, but
there was levels because Klitschko was like when he fought AJ, he was way older.
Yeah. No, I'd say Fury is probably the best. It's gonna sound weird, but when he did that, when he was singing, I was like, this is legitimate. This is like history that we are literally watching history right now.
History, yeah, especially trilogy fights because they're so rare.
Exactly, and I just think everything, the view of what you're seeing, the whole trilogy stuff, everything. And just the way the camera was panning in and out, I was just like, that is going to get used for years. I was surprised if it doesn't. Also, I think Blake is backstage.
Sorry, say that again.
I think Blake's backstage.
Blake's backstage. Yeah, cheers for that. I didn't even notice.
That's right.
You all right, Blake?
You all right?
Yeah, you all right?
Good.
No, is there anything else you wanted to say
like
before Blake has his go?
Nah, I'm all good, mate.
I mean, it's up to you. You can stay in the chat or do whatever.
Yeah, I'll do that, mate.
All right. Yeah, so Blake, what you got to say about the fight then?
Cool, mate. Do you know what? It was actually all right. Obviously, I was watching it in my living room because the summer house was doing internet up business. Obviously, Tyler, you know what it's like. It was a good fight. Obviously, the knockout in the 11th round. I said 10th round, Fury would knock him out. But obviously he didn't. But he did in the 11th round.
Yeah.
But just a quick question: did you see Wilder trying to complain about Tyson's gloves
beforehand? Yeah.
Stupidity. Apparently something about metal being in them or something.
I really don't get that because they literally look at the gloves before they go out for their ring walk.
Yeah.
But it's what them. I don't want to sound like a bit mad, but that's what them Americans tend to do, don't they? Like make up at them as sort of excuses.
And they didn't even like shake hands afterwards. Well, Tyson
No,
went
that's
over
because
to try and shake hands, and Wilder was like, "No."
Yeah, it's because he's a knob, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Fury said like basically like fair play, like, and Wilder was like, "Oh, I don't respect you."
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't really.
Just knocked you out twice, but you don't respect
Yeah,
him.
exactly.
I can totally understand that. That makes legitimate sense. Like he's knocked you out twice, cold.
And obviously, when I was watching it as well, when I was watching the fight, like the first couple of rounds, they were proper gassed out as well.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, Wilder had a great start, but I think more of that was due to Fury because Wilder was coming in saying, "Oh, I've done this different, I've done that different." I think Fury was trying to find out.
Coming up.
I think Fury was trying to find out. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what made the difference. And then Fury is like, "You haven't really done much," and then just started peppering him, so to speak. So
Fury just let him wear himself out. It's like you know when like there's like a little kid and it's like crying or a baby, you just let it wear itself out and it'll put itself to sleep. That is exactly what Fury did, but just in boxing terms. He's just let Wilder throw the punches, act like a hysterical little kid, and then Fury's just absolutely put him on his backside.
Yeah, no, facts, 100%. But Blake, I'm going to hit you with a question. It's got to be a yes, surely. Fury, is he the best in this era?
Yeah, I think he is.
You think he is? Yeah, got to be, isn't he? As I said in the briefs earlier, obviously I don't think he was on here at the time, but
especially if he fights AJ, as well. Obviously,
yeah,
AJ's
for me, that all depends what happens with the rematch with Usyk.
And AJ's gonna have the stamina there, but I think Tyson's gonna get gassed out as well, like too quickly as well again. But I think he'll come back and he will get it. He'll knock out AJ.
Well, it all depends, isn't it? It all depends what goes on with Usyk. It's all a madness right now because White's got to fight that guy. If beats him, fights Fury. The rematch between Usyk Joshua. That's one thing I don't really like about boxing. Like also due to the fact there's so many belts. Like whereas in UFC you just see the best fight the best, or the so-called best fight the best. You don't really, in boxing, I feel there's too many belts, and it's just annoying. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what you lot think about that. Wait, can you still hear me?
Yeah. Sorry, I just have to mute because of Tory.
Oh, right, no worries. Nah, but I don't know. What do you lot think about that? Is that like annoying to you? How there's too many belts and the best don't really fight, or the so-called best don't really fight the best?
I don't know. I just, for me, I just do what they want. That's just how they've been, and it's how boxing's been for donkeys. There's all them belts because I don't know. I suppose it's good when all of the belts get put on the line though, because then you truly are fighting the best versus the best. Like if Joshua loses to Usyk again, then Usyk fights Fury, and then you define the best by if Usyk does beat Fury, which would be a madness. But I think regardless of whoever has the belts, I think Fury just has to be the best. And he's undefeated. Like there's not one boxer in current boxing, I don't think, who can literally say I've not lost a game or a match. Like there's not one. I mean, Joshua. How can anyone say Joshua's best? He's lost twice. One to a chubby Mexican, and the other one to flaming
who he wasn't even meant to fight as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's lost to a chubby Mexican and
an upcomer. Like the upcomer's good. Don't get me wrong.
He was a cruiserweight, wasn't he? He was a cruiserweight.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You've lost to a cruiserweight and
That's
a
also
chubby
what
Mexican,
happens when you
like,
fight at the Tottenham Stadium as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially for titles,
oh,
you won't be coming back with one. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, we can't bring Spurs into this, all right? This is a boxing thing, not a football
But now we
thing.
can because it was at Spurs' ground.
it was
But
just
no,
ironic, wasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, like, no, it's just one of them, isn't it? Is as you said, that is how it's been for years.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought I'd do the comparison to the UFC because they just, they the best fight the best as they call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, what do you lot think for the White fight? Do you think he'll win that?
Should do. Should win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, should do.
Yeah, I think, as I said earlier, I think his heart and his, he is a strong guy, but I just think Fury's levels above everyone right now. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah. No one touches Fury.
Yeah. What do you lot think if? I know this probably won't happen, but Wilder Joshua, who do you think's winning that? Or is that not even a question? Should I not even ask that?
No, I think that is I think that's quite close. As I think they're both shocking.
I think it'd be a draw.
Yeah,
Is
that's
there a
what
joining link, lads? Yes, there is. There is a joining link. It is literally in the description. So if you want to come on, then feel free. But yeah, sorry, what you saying, Niall?
Yeah, I think it'd be a draw. I can't call that one. I
Really?
don't think either of them will get knocked out.
Oh, he's in.
Yeah, I'd say that would be a draw. To be fair.
Hello, Jack.
How are we, fellas? Good?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, man, good. I'm just woke up just then after coming back earlier in the yesterday from the Fury Wilder fight. I was at the pub, fucking got paro, about 15 pints. So, I mean, what a fight!
Yeah, great.
I don't think I've ever seen a heavyweight fight like that before, to be honest.
No. I'll ask you a few questions in a minute, but Niall, what did you finish off saying? Sorry.
Yeah, what about
Wilder Joshua, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a draw. Neither of them would get knocked out. I don't think neither of them. Joshua would try. And to be frankly honest, the last 4 rounds would be horrific because they'll both just be tired. Neither have got the real stamina to do it. Joshua, obviously, Joshua's fanboys will be like, "Oh no, he's going to pummel him." It's like, I don't think so. No, I'll put that down as a draw. I can't see either winning that.
I'm surprised about that. Blake, what are you saying? I know your bro might be in there, but I don't even know if he's there. Jack, what would you say about that if Wilder and Joshua were to fight? Who do you reckon's winning that one?
With a little bit of a break and to work on his technical side a little more, I think Wilder would knock the bodybuilder, robotic, stiff idiot out. I actually think Wilder would knock him out because what AJ's not interested in having a fight with anybody. He's not interested in coming in close. I don't think. I think he's past that since he got knocked out by Ruiz. He's trying to box people now.
He seems a bit more nervous when he's in the ring now, doesn't he? He doesn't.
Oh yeah, he's a piece of shit. I actually don't like him and Eddie Hearn.
And I'm in Australia. You're not the only one. Don't worry about that one.
That guy is a protected species. I mean, you just think to yourself. I mean, like I've been saying this since 2015, 2014 that Fury's unstoppable.
Yeah.
No one's he will retire undefeated heavyweight king.
Yeah.
He is too good. He's just, and not that he's just too good. He's got too many tools in the toolkit. He's got too many different ways of fighting. He come in heavy because he wants to have a brawl. He wanted to have a brawl. That was no secret. He came in heavy. Yes, he looked like he had the perfect dad bod. I don't feel like my body. I don't feel ashamed now because big guys are winning like that against ripped fighters. If you look the way Fury looked, he just looked so overweight, but he was physically fit.
Yeah.
And he just like he said before the fight, I'm going to be like an 18-wheeler truck walking over Wilder, and watched the last 4 rounds, and I think he's definitely right with the way that turned out.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's
Do you
the thing
agree?
I really like about. Go on, sorry.
Do you guys think that he's the best, or like no doubt now?
100%. I've been saying what you've been saying. He's going to stay unbeaten until he retires. It's just no one's on his level for me, and obviously you agree or will agree. Niall's the same. He's levels above everyone else, isn't he? Like, it's just
Well,
not
you
even
should
a
have
question.
seen days before the fight. I mean, like even last year, and even when Wilder got smashed in the second fight, and even AJ keeps fucking slipping over banana peels and all that because he can't seem to fucking he just seems to be fucking the whole boxing world up in regards to we want to have an undisputed, we want all the titles to be on the line, but he wants to keep losing and having rematches with people. So I don't know, I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. I think he should just retire and stay off the steroids. But again, like like this is the thing. I mean, I don't know how big Fury is in the UK, and I don't know if pubs were open for his fight, even though it was very late there. But is he big? Is he a big calling card there? Would he pack out Wembley?
Oh, mate,
Yeah.
he could pack out Wembley 3 times over, mate. Let's
I'll tell you
let's get this.
something that is quite annoying though. There seems to be, I don't know if you see it, Niall, like around where you're like you live in that, but where I'm from, there's a lot, and I mean a lot, of Joshua fans. Like no one really bigs up Fury, but they all seem to big up
Fanboys.
Joshua. Yeah. Like I
Yeah,
remember he was literally, because there's a boxing club over the road from mine, like literally. He was over there and he was with this security guard and everyone was like, oh, look, Tyler, he's over there. I was like, I don't care. Like, he's not even by himself.
It's because he's like that, like, because Fury's moved over to America and he's living in America, right? He's loving it over there. I think it's because, Joshy, he's in the UK, absolutely, he's one of us. I'm like, oh, you could not be further from the truth. This
Well,
man,
no.
Some of the things he said is disgusting.
He wanted the Fury fight in Saudi Arabia, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
If he
I know he's a
cared
fucking he's a retard.
if he cared that much about the British, then you would have Fury versus Wilder at Wembley, no doubt. Right? Because Fury ain't doing it for the money. Fury will fight you in a flaming. He'll fight you in the car park if you want to.
Yeah.
He'll fight in the sewage drain. No problems.
Yeah. But I bet Fury was also probably thinking, well, Joshua Fury, that's got to be Wembley, hasn't it? It's got to be.
Oh, that's a stadium.
100%.
Yeah. There's not a bigger stadium in the UK other than Wembley Stadium. So you pack out Wembley, and obviously it'd be even more than the 90,000 there is. It'd probably be near 100K.
That fight's ruined though. So that was ruined weeks ago when Anthony Joshua decided to be a big hero and come out and try and outbox a guy that's miles ahead of him when it comes to boxing IQ.
He might do the rematch in probably the Middle East where he's going to get shit fat ass payday. He
might do it in Dubai.
Yeah, he'll probably steamroll him again like he did with Ruiz and be like, oh yes, look at me, I'm incredible. And then all the fanboys are like, look, see, and it's like, yeah, he's got knocked out by a chubby Mexican. He's just been outboxed by Ruiz. Are you serious?
This is the thing, lads. This is the thing, like, and this is my argument to everybody for the last 2 years on YouTube. I've just been arguing the same point, and some people have agreed. A lot of fanboys and a lot of people that like to jump on the bandwagons disagreed. Let's not mistake this. Fury was gone from boxing. He beat Vladimir Klitschko, the first one to beat him for like 8 years, to take all the titles from him except for the WBC, right?
Yeah.
Then he left for circumstances that we won't get into, that obviously we all know. He came back, fought 2 tomato cans, right? And then got in there with Wilder, the hardest hitting puncher in the world. And then he went a second fight, and then he fought another couple of nobodies, and then, and then come in with Wilder for the third fight. And then he won the WBC title.
Well, all of them fights were in Wilder's, like, country. Do you know what I'm saying? None of them were in the UK. So
correct.
He's went to his backyard and pretty much won. Well, obviously won 2 clear, but you know, like you've won the first one in a way because the way he got up and applied pressure, got up from punches like that. Do you know what I mean? So
if Fury goes on and wins all those titles from Usyk, and he's won all those titles twice and the WBC once, and then he's also defended the WBC and also won the Ring Magazine twice, that is greatness in itself.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we're talking that
surely he's already greatness. Though.
Oh, he's already a great.
Yeah, already. Yeah.
As I alluded to earlier, he's never been beaten. No one has beaten Fury. Like he is, and as you said, like everything he's gone through, the whole story, everything. It just shows that even when you're at your lowest, there's always that chance that you can come back and absolutely do yourself again. I just think the whole. It's why, because the British are, and I'm British, so I'm allowed to say it, because they're a bunch of pussies, and they're all for like, they're woke now. The whole of most of Britain are woke, and they like, oh, look at me, and they're all like, oh, mental health cares and all that. I'm surprised.
Not gonna lie, Britain's full of pussies, but that's just.
It's okay. They can join America. They're about as woke as each other nowadays. The thing is, you'd have thought that most of you Joshua fanboys would be like, oh, but Fury's had mental health problems. We've got to like Fury more because it's the wokeness and mental health and all that crap that they're starting to chat about when they have absolutely no idea. It's just like, I don't know.
He's also developed as a people's champion. I mean, look, I don't know if how old are you guys? Like, I'm 21. Well, let's look back at 2014, 2013, 2015, how Fury used to be. He used to take the mickey out of gay people. He used to abuse everybody. He used to pay people out and all that. He's developed as a human being. Now he's come out to be a people's champion. Like he actually is a people's champion. He's a dad of 6 children. Like he's a proper champion now. And the pubs in Australia were packed. I went to the pub in town, Sky City Village. And I had a big TV screen, and this was at 2-3 p.m. There was about 120 people in there watching the fight, all Fury fans. And there was a few Africans there following Wilder, but it was all Fury fans, all.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah,
No, he's learned, and we all say stupid stuff when we're younger, and of course, some of the things
everyone makes mistakes. It's a saying,
and of course, some of the things he said is absolutely, shocking and all of that. But he's learned.
But what about AJ? I mean, everyone's trying to make AJ this some sort of role model hero sort of status. I mean, the guy's got no respect for anybody. At least, he's a nice guy. Don't get me wrong, but he's got no respect for anybody. He shows Lennox Lewis almost zero respect, and Lennox Lewis is one of the greatest of all time.
He's got no respect for himself, let alone anyone else. I mean, I'm sorry, but when you're apparently the greatest fighter of them all, and you're letting a chubby Mexican absolutely pummel you, I'm sorry, but you lose your self-respect. He lost it
with Usyk for me, bro. He lost it with Usyk for me. That's when he completely lost it because it's like, that's when I realized in my head, I've always realized that he wasn't, anything great back when he fought Dillian White and all that. But when he fought Usyk, I was thinking in my head, I said, because I'm 6'4", I reckon, and I'm an amateur boxer myself. And I fight little. I'm a heavyweight. I weigh 100 kilos, I reckon. When I fight little guys, I will not let them physically handle me around. If they outbox me, then I'm going to turn it into a fight. You can bet your fucking world on it. So where AJ just allowed the little guy to just outbox him, and he continued to engage in the chess match. I mean, you must be. Who's in the corner? Who's actually in the corner for AJ? Because I want all the British boxers to do well. Don't get me wrong. I like the Dillian Whites. I love Derek Chisora. He's love that guy. He is just I'll watch all of his fights because I think he can cause troubles for anybody and for any heavyweight in the world. Derek Chisora. Joe Joyce is up and coming. He'll probably slip up when he fights somebody that knows how to box, but he's a good heavyweight. But who's in the corner telling AJ you're getting dominated on the scorecards? I want you to act like a 6'7" giant and put it on this little guy. Who's telling him to do that?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
But you'd have thought that that's what he would have done. Like I said this earlier, that he's not a boxer, right? AJ's not a boxer, right? AJ is the equivalent of me. If I started pumping some weights in the gym and decided that I'm going to try boxing now, right? He's just going to throw some punches and hope they land, right? AJ looks for a knockout. It's why he's got so many knockouts, because he's looking for the knockout. He knows that winning on the scorecard's very unlikely, especially if he's having to tactically batter them. You'd have thought that you'd have been like, okay, the first 3-4 rounds, I'm getting absolutely done here. I'm screwed. You'd have thought in the 5th round, the 6th round, you'd have been like, you're a little guy, come here. Bang. Like, you know, you'd have thought that you'd have just started chinning the wanker. Like, not that Usyk's wanker. If you're AJ, you're thinking, let's chin this wanker. Let's make this duel start, you know, experiencing technical difficulties. Like, if Derek
Chisora can put it on Usyk and make him like shit himself, then AJ should have done it the same thing. I mean, this is the thing with the whole situation. Like, you know, about a year ago, everyone was getting interviewed. Everybody, they were like, who's going to be the last heavyweight standing in regards to the undefeated? Because they were going on 3 undefeated heavyweights, and none of them said Fury. None of them. Everyone was saying AJ. Everyone was, you know, wanking him off in the shower, you know, kissing Wilder, like that sort of thing. You know, like, you know, playing with each other. Eddie Hearn was, you know, in the shower naked. They were all like playing with each other in a little group, like a little, you know, group session. And Fury was not, like, everyone thought Fury was overrated. But, you know, I reckon I would bet anybody money, like anyone, against Usyk, Fury and Usyk, because I think that, well, this is the thing: is AJ going to definitely do the rematch, or because you'll get dominated unless he comes in there and puts it on Usyk, he's going to get dominated.
He's already invoked the contractual rematch.
Yeah. Oh, so that's already
yeah.
Okay, so we've pretty much got So if Fury, so knowing Fury, he might have a year off and then come back for the big fight. But I mean, personally, I'd just give Dillian White a shot. I'd have a fight at Wembley against Dillian White.
Yeah, I think that's what Fury will end up doing. I think he'll probably... I see us going one of 2 ways. Well, actually, no, I see it going one way, really. I see Fury taking on White, probably at Wembley, or, I don't know, just anywhere but the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, he don't want no curses there, do you?
Yeah, he ain't going there. Well, he's a United fan, so I could potentially see him doing it at Old Trafford, couldn't you? If he
got given the chance, 100%.
Yeah, and to be fair, even Old Trafford would be a somewhat respectable place to have that fight. I mean, Old Trafford doesn't look that bad. If they can sort out the leaking roof, then he might be keen on the idea.
I'd have it at the Emirates myself. I mean, I just, you know, have it there, have a bit of a.
Let's not make him have to do embarrassing stuff like that.
Let's not get into that debate.
Yeah, let's avoid that debate. But as I say, I think he'll probably be one of Wembley or Old Trafford, whichever one he wanted to do it at. And then I think AJ, obviously, he's got his rematch with Usyk, so that'll be his next match. And then I just
he'll probably have that in the desert. He'll probably have that in the desert somewhere.
He'll have that. He'll have that in Saudi Arabia, pretending to be Britain's champion. You know, fighting it in Saudi Arabia. Gotta love that man. What a legend. And then
the best thing since sliced bread.
I know, mate. And then you'll probably have the winner of Fury White versus the winner of AJ Usyk. And then I see retirements happening. I think after that point,
everyone goes off into the sunset.
What else is left for Fury to fight? Who else is there to fight after he's beaten White and probably absolutely smacked one of Usyk or AJ into next year? Like I can see Fury probably retiring after that.
Well, I'm looking. I mean, if he has a white fight, I'm actually honest to heart. I'm looking forward to the press conferences because Tyson Fury and Dillian White have always been at each other. Big Shane Fury and Dean White, they were going to have a fight. They had a bit of over the YouTube sort of chat and said if you want to have a go, we'll have a go, that sort of thing. They'll like the press conferences will be amazing. We still got a big fight coming up as well, like another good fight. Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora. That won't be a crap fight. That'll be a good fight. I mean, I think Derek Chisora will win.
It's going to be the new gens coming through, isn't it? Because obviously this generation has been dominated with Fury and the AJ fanboys, Klitschko, all of this lot. So, as I say, after Fury has beaten White and then beaten AJ or Usyk, there's no one else left to fight unless he beats Usyk and then goes, do you know what? I'm just going to fight AJ just for one final. So the way there's 3 fights is if AJ doesn't beat Usyk, which would be funny as anything. And then Fury goes, oh, do you know what? I'll just fight AJ for the banter. Like, why not? Like, one last payday. Look, I don't think Fury needs it, but one big last payday. I want it at Wembley. Don't be a pussy. Just come fight me at Wembley.
100,000.
I'll turn your joy into technical difficulties within probably about 3 hours. Literally, I'm done then. Once I've beaten your ass, I'm just going to retire, holding most of the belts, and your joy is going to be on the floor.
Yes,
that's the only way. There's.
I will run off into the UFC and fight Francis Ngannou for the UFC heavyweight.
Nah, Fury needs to go into like radio or something, or like
TV presenting. Yeah, or something. He's hilarious.
He needs to. Damn well, this man needs to get into some sort of presenting. I could just imagine like. They need, in fact, sack the guy who does Super Sunday. Just have Fury do it. That would make me. That would just be brilliant. I would do less.
I'd have him as a promoter. I'd have him as a promoter for the young heavyweights coming through in the United Kingdom. I'd have him just there as someone that's supporting the young heavyweights coming through. Because I don't know many of the young heavyweights in America. I mean, in the UK, but. I mean, if there are some young ones that he's been sparring recently over the last few years, maybe he could become a promoter because this is where. So this is why I'm so disappointed in AJ. I think he's a piece of shit for this because Fury has just won both his belts, right? Retained them, and then AJ's gone on and lost them. All the belts would be in the UK. All of them. Every single belt would be in the United Kingdom in the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
But AJ's
AJ did it on purpose, guys. Literally, you don't want to fight Fury just yet. Like he's not at that age where he can retire, can he? He's probably thinking, I need to milk this for as long as possible. Because realistically, who's hiring AJ after this? No one.
No one. He doesn't do anything. No one in America even knows him. No one knows him in America.
Personality. Don't make me laugh. He's got the personality of a garbage bin. So for me, he's
cereal box, nothing.
he's got to milk as many fights as he can. So he's got all of the paydays, right? So I reckon he definitely lost to Usyk because then he can go to the Middle East and go. Well, actually, I don't know if he'll be allowed in the Middle East because obviously it will be up to. Is it up to Usyk where the next fight is?
Yep.
Go back to the Tottenham Stadium, I reckon. Drag him back. But yeah, I reckon I think he'll beat Usyk for the belts.
I'd have that fight in America myself. I mean, this is just me being honest with you. I would, I know you guys in the UK want, I know you guys want your.
They can have the AJ fight if they want. They can have AJ. We're not too bothered by that.
I know you guys want the king there, and I know you want to do all that sort of thing. But I would literally hold Tyson Fury and Usyk in America. I mean, Fury shouldn't leave America. He's making bucket loads of money, right? He's a pay-per-view sensation. He talks the talk and he walks the walk. All the American fighters know him now. All of them talk about him. All the actors, all the famous people talk about Tyson Fury. He's now a global star. You know, so what is
the
AJ
only
good
fight
for?
that-
Selling out Tottenham?
The only fight that has to happen in the UK is AJ Fury. That has to
Oh,
be
yeah.
in the UK.
Yeah.
Domestic
yeah.
fight, yeah, has to.
It has to. Like, I don't care what AJ thinks. It has to be at Wembley. Has to be.
Oh yeah, has to be at
Like,
Emirates. Has to be, yeah, has to be at Emirates.
No, Wembley. Like,
And we're gonna have the Kronks. We're gonna have the Kronks running the show, which won't be very good, but we'll give it a crack.
Yeah, no, and passing on that spectacularly. No, it's got to be at Wembley. Got to be at Wembley.
Yeah.
So that AJ's jaw can have its final rest in peace on the on the floor of Wembley.
In peace.
On the floor of Wembley Stadium is where AJ's jaw shall remain for the rest of his career.
Do you guys watch John Fury's interviews? Do you watch John Fury's interviews?
Some of them, yeah.
Oh, he is hilarious, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's just like he literally sits there and he goes, I'm not scared. I'm 55. I'm the best 55-year-old on the planet, and I don't care. Mike Tyson's coming out of retirement. Me and Mike Tyson will fight. Like, he just does not care.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
David Hay as well is back in the picture. Keep in mind, David Hay is now back in the picture. He said he wants to fight whoever and everybody.
I'm going to say something extremely disrespectful. And I say this, you know, probably to all old people that try and come back to their sports, just fuck off. Do
yeah.
Because to be frank,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of David Hay. I don't know about you.
Well, no, it's not just David Hay, it's all of them, right? You retired, go enjoy your retirement, go sip your
Tony
coffee.
Tony Bellew included. He needs to shut his he needs to shut his mouth.
Go do your coffee morning for you and your former boxers and that, and just let that. No, because I think it takes away from what's coming up. I don't watch boxing an awful lot. I'll probably get into it a bit more, but like it takes away. Like I think there's clearly going to be talented youngsters coming through, and all these old guys going, oh yeah, let me have a little boxing match. You know, do one, go sip your coffee, have a slice of cake, and do one. Let
it's like to Niall. It's like actually a year ago, literally 12 months ago, Tony Bellew was in an interview with IFL, and literally Tony Bellew was saying he would wipe the floor with Tyson Fury, and I'm thinking in my head, I said, Are you fucking for real, Tony Bellew? Like for a guy that knows boxing and arguably one of the greatest cruiserweights of all time, because he was a fucking beast cruiserweight, he's literally saying he would wipe the floor with Tyson Fury, knock him out or something. I said, Tony Bellew, you are 6'2", 3 or 4. I said you would get eaten up by Tyson Fury, like eaten alive. You know, It's like you just said. Sit down, shut up, and talk when spoken to.
Yeah, no, literally.
He is an Everton fan, so it does make sense.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, exactly.
What do you think? How do you think it'll all go, T-Boy? Like, who's fighting who, in your opinion? Who will you have fight who?
I'll probably have to go how Niall's going, to be honest. The way you said, obviously, White versus Fury, and then Joshua Usyk, and then I can't lie. I think Joshua will win as well, but it'll be like
it's whoever wins it, isn't it? It's whoever wins it fights Fury, and then if AJ has not won it, then you know Fury's final fight will be against AJ, with AJ holding absolutely nothing and Fury holding every title known to humanity.
Yeah, that's actually how I see it.
Well, I'm hearing rumors that Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder could be fighting in North Korea. So I don't know what's going on with that, but apparently there's a bit of money there. So
You're joking. They might as well they might, if that was the case, they might as well just whack up a ring in Iraq and just do one there.
Oh, some of these locations that Eddie Hearn wants to put AJ in, I just don't understand. Like, he is let me not get this wrong. I don't like AJ, but if he broke the American market, they would love him, because of his, you know, he's a dark colored fighter and all that.
Yeah,
you know, like. He hasn't got the personality for America, though. That's the thing. He's not got the personality. You need
And
personality.
they've got
It's why Fury's done so well in America, because he's got
Yeah.
a personality. Like
Yeah.
you can see that. AJ's personality is garbage, literal garbage.
and he's got no personality. It's like a brain. It's like a brain with fucking stem cells. Fuck or nut. He's got nothing. he's nothing there. I mean, literally, the only thing that's there is a couple of big arms and ripped body, and that's all that's there. I mean, and Eddie Hearn downgrading Fury all the time, I think, is completely unfair. I mean, it's completely disrespectful as well. I mean, he's trying to say that AJ is a bigger drawing card. Well, I don't think AJ's with ESPN, and ESPN's the biggest sporting network in the world.
Yeah.
So how does that add up? Where does he get these numbers from? Like that he thinks that Fury's not as big as AJ?
Big up Ravi in the chat. He has said a lot of things. Jeez. Yo, that was quality. Thought Tyson held his own, made Wilder sway and wave like the seven seas. He also says, sipping a coffee late, enjoying the stream. Big up your damn self.
Get into
Fury's already made Joshua look ish. True. He's laughing at that. Do it, Argyle. Haha. No, I don't know if that. I don't
Do it
know.
at home. Oh yeah, what at home park? Yeah, no. Well, we're definitely home park is definitely not big enough for AJ. Well, actually, no, it's big enough for AJ. Fury, well, I mean, of all places, you probably wouldn't pick Plymouth in the southwest, but if Fury wanted to fight home park, I'm sure we can get that arranged.
I mean, Fury. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Fury hasn't fought.
I feel like there's bigger stadiums than home park for Fury to fight in there.
I mean, there's a stadium somewhere around the world that can hold him, and we could hold Fury versus Anthony Joshua at the MCG in Melbourne Cricket Ground.
No. People.
Look.
It's got to be in the UK. That is the one fight. That's the one fight where I am going to be the most right-wing patriotic wanker in the world. That is a British fight that stays in Britain. Right? That's when I literally. I'm not a Tory, but that's when I get my inner Tory and go nah. That's British. That stays in Britain. Like
that'll stay in Britain. You'd hope, but Eddie Hearn with all his ching signs on the top of his head.
With Eddie Hearn, that fight will be in Syria. Mark my words. Syria, here we go.
That fight. I'm just making a big call. That fight will be held in Afghanistan under the Taliban order.
Jesus Christ! I'll be an interesting atmosphere.
Yes, let's just say it'll be packed full of AK-47s.
Ravi asks a question. He puts, do any of you guys rate Tommy Fury? I'll let you two have your say first.
Nope.
No, not really.
No, but I mean, he's living off his brother's name. I mean, this is what I'm saying. Like, he's not the best thing. It's like Huey. I mean, come on, seriously, just hurry up and make the fight with Jake Paul. Knock Jake Paul out. You'll become an internet sensation in America as well. The Furies have got it all going for them, don't they? Really, they've got Tommy Fury fighting YouTubers. I mean, it's like Furies are like the biggest thing in the world at the moment. They're everywhere. Yeah. Huey Fury's got a fight coming up in the next few weeks. I'm pretty sure. I don't know who he's fighting though. He's fighting some bloke. But I mean, there's this Fury's everywhere. It's probably a Fury living next door to you.
For me, there's obviously improvements that need to be done. Do you know what I mean? I think that's pretty obvious. And I don't know. I feel he hasn't really been tested. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure you lot agree. People he's fought are not great. You know? Like, last person was just Jake Paul's sparring partner. Do you know what I mean? Like,
he's definitely living off his brother's name, isn't he?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, let's be honest here though. Like, did you guys watch the fight, the Fury fight? Yeah, of course you did. Where'd you watch it?
I watched it at home.
Literally in my bed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Were you nervous at any time in the fight? When Fury got knocked down, I was crapping myself.
towards the start. And what round was it again? Like the fourth? Was it the fourth round?
Fourth.
Yeah, I was worried then.
No,
Well, I
I
wasn't really worried in the first because, as I said, Fury was Wilder was trying to big himself up. I've done changes, and I think Fury was just trying to see what sort of changes he's done. But the fourth round, I was sort of on the ropes.
No, I was pretty calm for it. It's Fury.
I wasn't calm. I was about 10 points in. I was when the fucking main event started. I was so. I mean, the undercard was okay, but I was so paro drunk. Like I was just sitting there watching the undercard. I was like, hurry up and knock this guy out, Sanchez. Like I was watching it, and Fury come out, and I was actually nervous for him in the first 2 or 3 rounds. But as the fight gone on, I was like, I sat there and I just took it all in, and I was like, I'm witnessing a future all-time great.
Yeah.
Right here in my eyes. I mean, this guy is in America fighting the so-called knockout artist ever to live, and he's literally putting it on him, like proper.
Ravi comes in with another question. Any one of you guys rate Anthony Yardy? I don't actually know who that is.
He's a light heavyweight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's a light heavyweight. He's an up-and-coming light heavyweight. He's a light heavyweight. He jumps and changes every now and again, but I mean, I think he's 26, 27 coming up. He hasn't fought anybody credible, but I don't really know much of the light heavyweights. I don't believe in light heavyweights. I think light heavyweights are cop-out. I only believe in heavyweights and cruiserweights personally, because if you're not a heavyweight, then you're a cruiserweight, in my opinion. I don't know this whole light heavyweight situation, but I mean, if you class yourself as a heavyweight, why call yourself a light heavyweight? I don't understand it. But in saying that, a lot of these big heavyweights at the moment, they're all 6'8", 6'9", 6'6". They're giants, absolute giants. Also, as well, you know, if I was Wilder, I mean, Wilder's a natural cruiserweight when he's at his proper weight.
Yeah, I knew that.
Like he's skinnier, he's a lot leaner. He could drop down a cruiserweight and knock everybody out there. Like literally, just make another career in the cruiserweight division.
God, gets knocked out by Fury and he has to go to the cruiserweights. That'd be quite
Ravi
embarrassing.
also says Fury's fights used to be on Channel 5 in the UK back in the day. Yeah, that's very true.
You certainly won't ever see that again.
No. I mean, the guy is now like a fucking... The guy's like now like a... What would you call him now? Like a fucking... Could you say that he's like literally the king of boxing at the moment? And like just the king of boxing, the face of boxing.
Yeah. Literally, that's why I put a crown on him on the thumbnail. Do you know what I mean?
His fights will always now forever be at when on box office, always. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, 100%.
No doubt.
Forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, until he retires.
And even if he's fighting the Savage, Alan the Babbage.
Even if he's literally fighting like a cabbage or watermelon, he will literally. Yeah. Like, if he turns to fighting fruit for the next 5 years, just to because people there are legitimate idiots that would genuinely pay to watch Tyson Fury fight a cabbage, and there's people out there that will literally watch Tyson Fury. Literally sit in the ring and do yoga and meditate for a few hours. Pay-per-view. Box office. At Wembley, in front of 100,000 people. It certainly wouldn't be the greatest fight of all time, but no, you spot on. People would legitimately pay for that.
Whatever Fury does, like in his lifetime now, he will just be like, everyone will love what he's doing. Yeah. I mean, personally, if I gave him advice, I'd personally I'd personally get in contact with Arteta and ask him to go play up front for Arsenal. But I mean, that's just me. I mean, I'd have him play up front because we need some goals at the moment. So
Ravi says, should Amir Khan make a comeback?
Oh, fuck off, no.
no, he's finished, washed up. All these guys, like when they retire, like we were just speaking about before, why are they coming back to try and get fights when they know they're going to get smashed by the younger guys? I don't understand it. Like Holyfield literally came back. Holyfield, that was an embarrassment to the sport of boxing. Like, you don't see George St. Pierre and all these guys coming back fighting, do you, in the UFC?
No, true, yeah.
Because they'll get smashed.
I'm not a big fan of Amir Khan. Well, I wasn't a big fan of him anyway, to be honest. I don't know about you, look.
No.
Well,
He's done it, man.
Yeah, he's finished. Let's just say all he's good for now is carrying people's bags into the hotel. I mean, realistically, and going down training.
He's just finished, isn't he?
You know who I really want to see fight again because he was so entertaining, and even another guy, I'd have him come back. They're not that old. Carl Froch and George Groves.
Oh yeah, that was a very good fight. The second one.
But again, they're probably over the hill, aren't they? No, they're probably finished anyways.
Yeah.
But
I just think anyone that has retired, you don't know it. Leave.
Don't
come back.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Out of it.
Just don't come back. You're done. That's just
only Fury can do it. Only Tyson Fury can do it.
Yeah. But he left for different reasons, didn't he? He never retired.
Well, look how fat he got. I mean, you don't get that fat and come back. I mean, that is just. I remember seeing him in videos when he was in wherever he was around the world. I think he was in South Korea, but and South Korea doing a couple of amateur fights. But no, I mean, wherever he was literally like he was blown right up. He was fat, like obese, and he's like, "I'm coming back," and I was like, "I don't believe you." In my head, and then he came back, and I was in tears when he fought Sefa Safari. I mean, and I was like, "You beauty." And then he went on a fucking. Now he's gone on the run. But I'll let you guys go. I've got to do a couple of things.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for coming on.
Love the chat. I hope you guys do more of these. Get some more people in. If you know anyone, fucking pump out a few of the heavyweight talk. I mean, there's not much to talk about now, really, is there? Because we all know who the number one is. So people can argue all they want.
Fan?
Oh yes.
I do a lot of football content as well. So if you ever want to come on,
Sometimes I don't like to go on the content because I'm usually pretty angry after the fights. After the matches.
After the fights, being an Arsenal fan, it normally is a fight.
Yeah.
I just jump straight on AFTV and just watch a bit of that for a while, just to let my steam down. I mean, but yeah. You fellas have a great time and be safe, healthy, and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, and you. Cheers for coming
on. You, lads.
I'll try.
Bye-bye. See you later.
There's no guarantee of the last bit happening. Staying out of trouble. No. Said take care and stay out of trouble. I was like, yeah, the staying out of trouble might be a difficulty. That's normally the one that poses the most difficulties.
Yeah. Well, off topic, football topic now. I see Plymouth. Are they top of the league?
Yeah, we are top of the league, mate.
Nice.
Top of the league.
Where do you think Plymouth will finish?
Oh, bloody hell. Do you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say second. I think we'll just miss out on the title, but automatic promotion to the championship. Here we come.
Nice.
We'll be facing United there next year, which is going to be exciting. Can't wait to face United at Old Trafford in Sky Bet Championship. Look forward to them coming to Home Park. I'll show them where the pasties are.
Looking
They'll love
forward
it.
to witnessing Ronaldo.
He's finished anyway. He's not even the best goat in the world. That's Messi. So, you know, quite simply put, Ronaldo is forward.
Ever
It's
since
true.
he went United.
Well, yeah, sort of. He's another one. Learn to quit when you need to retire because his game is no longer his game. That's the thing. Like I don't know. There's something about him that I just don't think. Nah, I don't know. I don't rate Ronaldo anymore. I think he should have probably retired after Juventus.
Jeez, I still think he's good. I can't lie.
Yeah, but he doesn't press from the front, so he needs it. Well, okay, maybe retire is a harsh one, but he's got to go to a team that's going to feed him the ball. Man, you ain't feeding him no balls. Like legitimate.
Yeah, well,
They're not going to do it, are they? What can they possibly? He doesn't play the way that Ollie requires, so therefore he's screwed.
yeah. That's what happens when you have a PE teacher in charge.
That is true. That is 100% true.
But yeah, you've been watching any of the Nation League games?
Nah, mate.
Have you watching them?
Nah, mate. I did a couple of watch-ons on the first XI, but nah, I was barely even watching them. I was just there for a bit of banter. Like,
All right, fair enough.
It's Nations League is just another thing that I just can't be bothered with. Just can't.
It is a very weird competition.
It's just no problem. What is the whole point of the Nations League? Genuinely, what's the point of it? It's just another competition where we're tiring out the players and we're using them again and again. What's the point? There's no point.
Ravi says, for me, Joel Matip reminds me of Sami Hyypiä.
I mean, you'll be best placed to answer this one.
I mean, I think they do have very similar playing styles when I think about it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And Hyypiä was underrated as well, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, he was
and obviously Matip's underrated. So
yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, as I say, I can certainly see it. But I thought I'd let you answer that one because, as I said, you're the Liverpool fan. You are better placed than I to talk about Sami Hyypiä and all of that. But yeah, just one of them.
Yeah. Well, we're probably going to wrap it up here. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nations League makes me lose my mind. But yeah, thank you again, Niall, for coming on.
Not a problem, bro. Not a problem.
Obviously, I know he's not here now, but thank you, Blake. And thank you, Jack, for coming on. Thank you, everyone that watched. Thank you, everyone that liked. Thank you, Jack, for subscribing. Another subscriber. Niall, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Niall_PAFC and on YouTube at Let's Talk Premier League. Got a stream over there at 9. Just letting Prime and Gabby argue about Smith Rowe and Mount. So if you want to watch them too, do that.
Yeah,
then,
I might have to click on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might have to watch a bit of that.
It's just going to be fun.
Ravi asked you a question. He says, Niall, who's best? Argyle's best striker?
There's two of them. They come as a partnership, I'm afraid. Luke Jeffcott and Ryan Hardy. They are a full-blown partnership. There's no point denying it. Right, they are a partnership. It's just the way it is. They come as a pair.
Yeah. Well, there you
That's
go.
just them.
There's your answer to that. But yeah, I hope you've all enjoyed this stream, live show, whatever you want to call it. I'm hoping to do more of these. Content coming up. I'm probably going to have a day break tomorrow. And then I'm going to obviously do the England watch along on Tuesday. So, yeah, I mean, if you want to come on that. It'd be appreciated. Niall, anything else you got going on except that debate?
Checkered Flag show tomorrow.
If you're into F1, go click on it. No,
100%. I'll go review as well tomorrow. They were going to be today, but I just don't have the time in life anymore. Start work at 1 a.m. today, so
yeah, try and enjoy that.
Oh, I absolutely, mate. Everyone loves going to work.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be working again Wednesday and Thursday. That'll be like during the day. So.
Yeah, social life is pretty much non-existent.
But yeah, enjoy work, Niall. And yeah, we're actually going to wrap up here. So make sure you smash a like on this video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And yeah, we will see you guys soon. So take care and peace.